because I never know when it's going to not allow me to transcribe it onto YouTube because somebody's got a patent on something. So I'm going to wait until the end. But today is Tuesday, May 24th. This is our second to the last meeting this month. Well, actually, our next meeting will actually be on what, the 30th? I know how to add. The 31st.
31st.
So this month is a little weird as far as Reco goes, because we're actually going to close out recognition on the 29th for everything except for orders, because you'll be able to order, of course, until the 31st. But I think most of y'all already have your orders in. And so all that Reco, we'll do that. And then we'll give you points again. Excuse me, I have allergies the next week. So either way, you'll get your points. You can always put it on your May pop form or your June pop form. Andrea and I don't care. We just want you to turn in your form. But we are so excited that you guys are on. And we missed Andrea last week. She was leaving on a jet plane. So Andrea, tell us about your dad's birthday party with your family and how awesome is it to have the flexibility to leave everything and go do what you want to do.
Thank you for asking me, because that's exactly the thought as I was so crazy trying to pack. And then I know my girls know this, but when you're a star consultant, you are out in the web, you're like the top pick for website. And the day I was leaving, I got a hit on my website for $200. And it was somebody, I thought it was a scam, but when they put in there, she put in her email. I emailed her, still thought it was a scam. I said, call me. And then she called me. So then I thought, oh, geez, that's wonderful. And she put in a credit card. That's normally not what they do. They always say, I'm willing to do money order. So that was a wonderful blessing. But in the process, I said to myself, I never asked somebody to take the day off. I never asked permission when I ended up having a delay in the flight. Like, it was such a blessing to know that I could focus on. My dad really was, he was so happy. He really didn't think I was coming in. And like, it was a wonderful surprise. So it was exactly where I was meant to be. And I am very thankful that I've never in my 26 years had to even think about calling in, requesting, trying to organize day off. My customers are willing to work with me, but also I could do CDS if I needed to. So it really is a blessing.
That's great. And what birthday was it for Andros?
It was 80. Big deal.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal. And her parents are amazing. And I've known them for up 10 years. I knew them before she got married, before she had kids, everything. Yep. And they're beautiful, beautiful people. And he is he's Air Force. Navy. No. I'm sorry. I always get that confused. He's like a Top Gun instructor guy, retired, and just an amazing couple. And, guys, that's what it's all about, to be able to just say, I'm going to go see my parents. I'm going to go visit. I'm going to, I'm a grandmother now. Can you believe it? Is it surreal?
Hey.
It's so surreal. Like, the whole time I was visiting with Kevin and Stephanie, I would look at Kevin and he would be holding Abigail. And I'm like, this is so weird. And he's like, I know, it's so weird. I'm a dad, but they're so stinking cute. But I just want to tell you guys, a couple of you guys know, but a week ago Friday, I had emergency abdominal surgery, and I was in the Mayo Hospital. And so that's why I couldn't be on Tuesday, because I was still really trying to get all those painkillers and stuff out of my body. But I want to tell you, we are strong women in Mary Kay, because from the time I came out of surgery, I never took another pain pill. They were like, you are awesome. I'm like, I'm with Mary Kay. I am a child of the King. I got it going on. But I have to tell you guys something. Now, I'm sick. I'll be 61 in July. Hi, Christopher. Hey, good looking. Happy belated birthday. But I want to tell you guys something. And I know this happens with you guys too, but I'm old, okay? And I've been using Mary Kay now for 30 years. And when I went over to Mayo Hospital, Andy was going to head back to the house and come back, because they said, we're either cutting you open tonight or first thing in the morning. So, and that was Thursday night. And he said, what do you want me to get you? And I go, the only thing I want is I want my pink bag, because that had my cleanser, my moisturizer, my blemish control toner. I didn't care about the makeup, but I had just come back from my trip to meet my granddaughter in Jersey. So I knew all my cleansers were there. And so he brought it back. And the first thing I did was I literally took the IV, I took the tubes, everything. I walked over to the sink and I washed my face, because y'all, I've met a lot of women in my 30 years of Mary Kay that say, I don't wash my face before I go to bed. That is not me. I don't care if I've been hanging out with Zulema for 5 or 6 hours and I'm not really sure where the bathroom is anymore. I will still wash my face. Okay. I just made an admission there. So I wash my face, and I have to tell you guys, at first I thought they tell these nurses to say this, but every nurse that would come in, they would go, and they'd look at my chart and they'd look at me and they'd look at my chart. I'm telling you, every one of them, 2 o'clock in the morning, they would do that to me. And they're like, you're 60? You were born in 61? I'm like, yeah, I'm almost 62 or 61. And they're like, you're kidding me. What do you do? Have you had work done? I said, no, I'm a director with Mary Kay. My business cards are right there. And I'm telling you, you guys, even Saturday morning, this lovely redheaded, little bit more interesting age woman came in. She was my nurse for Saturday morning. She was giving me all my exit instructions. You know how they tell you, don't do this, don't do this, don't drive. I'm like, yeah, right. Okay, whatever. You don't know me. And she goes, I just have to ask you something. And she had long red hair. And she goes, what kind of skincare do you use? And you know, it's funny. I was actually taking notes on my phone, how many people said something to me. And, you know, it's not that I look super young. I think Andrea has amazing bone structure. You know, Zulema's got this beautiful round face that she's just got all this amazing collagen. You know, Alice and Fran, y'all know, dark skin does not age. Okay. You guys are young forever. We hate you for that. And, you know, it made me feel good, but it also made me know that I know I'm using the right skincare, that these clinical solutions work. The extra products, whatever they call them, and the kind of clinical solutions, I use them religiously. And when I look at other women my age, especially in the last couple of years, a lot of my friends have turned 60 with me. And you guys, I'm not bragging because I think I'm hot or anything, but I look different from them. And Andrea will tell you, I know it is, Dee. I love being outside. I live outside as much as I can until it hits, you know, triple degrees, but I'm outside as much as possible. I do use my sunscreen, but I also sweat. And I'm telling you guys right now, you know, I am a testimony to what this product really does. And no, I am not using a Zoom filter. And, but I just wanted, you know, I just wanted to call up Mary Kay in heaven and go, thank you. Because I struggled with teenage and then adult acne for years. When I met Andrea, she had horrible acne and not, I mean, she's always been beautiful. Yeah. But one thing about Andrea, she's got a super defined bone structure and she's very thin. And so you have to be careful as you become a more interesting age. Women who are really thin, they can actually look older because they lose that collagen. But look at her, she's 10 years younger than me and she looks like she's in her 20s. So I'm telling you guys, the product works. We are walking, talking, breathing testimony. And so I'm just really excited about that. And
Joe,
yeah, sweetheart.
My sister-in-law, she's from Panama, and she cornered me in the bathroom. She says, what do you do? What do you do here? And I said, just Mary Kay. She says, no. What, like Botox? What do you do? So funny.
It's great. And you guys, it works. You're a walking testimony of it. I mean, Alice, how long have you used the product? And you look like a kid.
I've been using the product for about 18, 19 years now. And my grandkids are older. My oldest granddaughter is 27. So when I'm out with her, people think she's my daughter.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love the product.
And you guys, I've seen Alice face to face and she's not filtered either. Oh, where is Vicky? Vicky is on, she's traveling right now. She's actually probably on a plane. So, and also Courtney Chahine is juggling 2 kids. So she's single parent tonight. Okay, but it's so sweet of you, Fran, to ask where's Vicky, because what that tells me is the friendships are forming. And you guys, last week, I have to say, Amy Pa and Zulema Saceda, you guys, well, first off, let's just talk about Amy. Did she run it like a director or what? Like, she was like, bam, bam. And then she'd go, well, Joanna's not going to like this, but, and I'm like, the inmates have taken over the prison, you know? And Zulema, I have never seen you so animated on camera. She was having a blast and her eye looked like somebody had poked or something, you know, in it. It was all red. She had an infection and she was a trooper. She's like, I'm still doing it. I'm still doing it. So that was so amazing. And you guys did such a good job. And when you turn in your pop forms this month, I've got an extra little sussy in there for both of you. I've actually, with all the construction we're doing back in my office, I found some really cool prizes that I forgot I had. So I pulled something for both you guys just to say thank you from Andrea and I for stepping in and just, you really did an amazing, amazing job. Y'all, I mean, I see directorship and leadership and you guys just having 1,000 people in your units. So just so excited about that. Okay, so what we're going to do tonight is we're going to actually do 2 breakout rooms. We're going to start with 2 breakout rooms. And there's a lot of stuff going on in the chat. So y'all make sure to look at the chat and make sure that you're acknowledging everybody saying how awesome you are. But we're going to break out and this is what we're going to work on. So we've talked about last week, Amy trained on how to just approach people. Someone who is in a store or something, and you just say, you know, thank you so much for helping me. You've been such a pleasure to deal with. And I really appreciate just your attitude and how amazing you've been. You know, I would love to give you a gift from my prize patrol. I'm with Mary Kay and, oh, I don't remember, Dee. I'm with Mary Kay. And this is the next thing you say. The minute you say, I'm with Mary Kay, this is what you say. What do you know of Mary Kay? Write that down, guys. You got to memorize that. I'm telling you right now, that is the most brilliant thing I ever learned. I might have made it up. I don't know. But what do you know of Mary Kay? Because one of several things is going to be said at that point. What are some of the things that someone might say? If you say, you know, Chrissy, you've been so helpful today. Oh my gosh, thank you for helping me find a dress to wear to this occasion, everything. You know, I want to do something nice for you. I'm with Mary Kay. What do you know of Mary Kay? What are some things that someone might say back to you? What do you know of Mary Kay?
I used to use it.
Arlene said, oh, I used to use that. Okay, if you were to say that, Arlene, you know what I would say back to you? So who is your consultant?
Mm-hmm.
And she would say, oh, I don't have one anymore. Well, you do now. Okay, what's something else that someone might say?
Never heard of it.
I've heard of it. That's great. So you know how amazing we are.
No, I've never heard of it.
Never.
Oh, you've never
There would
heard
only
of it.
be people like me because I had never heard of it.
No, I had my gal on Sunday. She was young, Gen Z. She'd never heard of it.
You go, oh my gosh, the #1 selling skincare and color cosmetics product in America, and you don't know about it? Girl, you are missing out. You know, Mary Kay allows us to introduce the product to someone at 2 different appointments. When do you want to schedule your first appointment? Y'all, do you know why those words roll off my tongue? Andrea, why do those words roll off my tongue so easily?
Because you've said it a million times.
A million times. And you guys, until you start saying it over and over and over and put it on 3x5 cards, and just like your kids learn their multiplication tables and sight words and definitions, you have got to memorize this because it becomes your vocabulary. Okay. Oh my gosh. You don't know about the #1 selling skincare and color cosmetics product in the nation? Girl. Okay. So Mary Kay allows everybody in America to have 2 appointments. When do you want to schedule your first one? We got to get you to try this product. Oh my word.
Yes, hi, my name is Deanna, and I wanted to place an order, but it's for tomorrow. Should I call tomorrow right when you open? Because I
Okay.
Okay. So did you hear how professional Dee just sounded? Okay. That's good too. And listen to how polished she was. Now she was talking about Mary Kay, but why are we so polished when we're ordering food or ordering whatever or talking to somebody on the phone? And yet we don't bring that same level of professionalism and polish and fluidity to our Mary Kay language, because we have picked up the phone and ordered stuff a kabillion times. Hi, this is Zulema Salceda. I live at blah, blah, blah in Anthem and Arizona. And you are right up the street from me. And we want to order. Oh yes, Miss Salceda, we know who you are. Do you want to get your usual order? Yes, but I would like to add anchovies this time because we're branching out. Okay, so because you've done it so many times, is it hard for you to go into a restaurant and order a meal? No. Is it hard for you to go into, you know, a brewery and order your favorite brewery brew? Is it hard to drive from your home to the local grocery store and back? Do you even have to think about it? When you get up in the morning and you drink your coffee and you brush your teeth, do you think, okay, put the toothpaste on the toothbrush. Now wet it. It's wet. Now brush your teeth. No. Why? Because we've done it over and over and over again. And what Amy talked about last week about repetition is so important, because she talked about, let's go out, let's not just do 5 names, let's go out and get 10 names. And I don't know who all did it, but I can't wait to hear. But that's what it's all about. That's why Andrea is so good at this, because I drilled it in her over and over and over again. Use the script, use the script, use the script. It works, guys. We try to reinvent it. We try to change it up. We try to make it more amusing, and it just confuses people. And what does a confused mind do?
Nothing.
Freezes. It says no thanks and walks away. Okay, so we're going to do breakout rooms, and what we're going to practice is, I want you to practice inviting a friend who has never tried Mary Kay. We all have one, right? Someone who you might have asked in the past, but they just haven't tried the product yet. So a friend, and what you're going to do is you're going to say, oh my gosh, Zulema, I know I've asked you a couple of times before, but I'm putting together my spring and summer portfolio, and it would be so amazing to feature your beautiful face, your beautiful smile, your beautiful eyes, your beautiful, whatever is a real compliment. Don't make stuff up, guys. They'll see right through it. Okay. When can we get together? And she says, oh, you know, I'm so busy. I've got the kids and Ralph's always traveling and I just don't know. I have to take the dog to the vet. You know what? It'll take 30 minutes. We're just going to do skincare from the cheeks down. Even if I'm talking on the phone, I always do that, from the cheeks down. And I just want to get your opinion on the products. If you don't want to purchase them, that's fine. It won't hurt our friendship. So we're going to practice that. And then the second thing we're going to practice. So one is talking to a friend and inviting her to be part of your spring summer portfolio. And the second one is going to be, Andrea gave me this one today. It's basically you run into a friend who might even be a customer. Okay. And you say, what have you been up to lately? Hey, what have you been up to lately? How's it going? How is everyone? And then how do you transition from that conversation into a booking? I'm not giving you the answer.
Can I share something that I won't?
Yeah, yeah.
So I just heard Joe say something. I just wanted to clarify. When you're practicing, I find I can do so much more when I'm booking with urgency. So instead of having it open-ended, when can we, how's your schedule? Ask, oh my gosh, what are you doing tomorrow? Oh my gosh, because you will be amazed at how many people can actually get together in the next 72 hours. Whereas if you do say, well, what's your schedule like? Sometimes it's so open that they're going to say, oh yeah, well, let's do it August 5th and we'll do it at 3:07 p.m. I mean, it's absurd what people say, but it's like too far in advance. But maybe we should give a little tip for that scenario real quickly, maybe.
You can. I wasn't going to, but you can.
Okay, that happened to me lately. That's why I recommended to Joe that we say this. And my recommendation as you're practicing is don't miss the opportunity to be excited about your goal. So this is like, that's all I'll say, because Joe wanted you to practice and we'll come back and share some ways of handling that one. But it might be a good idea to get excited about something, because that's how you can incorporate it. When people say, oh my gosh, I love how you look, I'll say, oh, thanks. My company gives me all of my jewelry. So I'm always throwing in, oh, really? What company do you work for? Oh, Mary Kay, what do you know of it? So I can slide in, and that's the part of networking that opens more doors.
Yeah.
So that's why we give you a lot of fun bling, so you have more conversation starters.
Okay,
So,
we're going to do breakout rooms for the next 10 minutes. Okay, so here we go. When you see the invitation to join the room, just join.
Me?
Yay. Okay, I'm disappearing. Who wants to take the first one? Talking to a friend who has been a friend for a while, but they haven't scheduled an appointment with you, and it's been kind of maybe tough. Who wants to do that one?
I'll do it.
Okay, who are you going to talk to?
Selima.
Oh, is your mom in the
Sorry.
same house with you?
Yeah, hang on, I'll mute her.
No, I muted her. I got it. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so can-
It's still doing it. I wonder why. It's weird. The only reason why it would do an echo is if you have two devices open that's listening to you. But usually if we mute your mom, it should be okay. You know what, have your mom sign off, because I've still got her for the on-time drawing. Or I can kick her out. I hate to do that. That's kind of rude, but.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I got an echo. Your mom's gonna have to get off.
I'm not going back home.
Sounds like a puppy dog.
You need help. Did I get it?
Okay, so Amy's not gonna do it.
She got it. She got it.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty, so Zulema, hey, my gosh, it's been a long time. What have you been up to, girl?
Oh my God, I've been up to everything and nothing. You know how it is these days. You are running around with chicken without head, and
chicken
So
without a head. We look gorgeous.
Thank
How,
you.
everything's been going okay with you guys?
Much, just busy as usual, just the way we like it.
Awesome. You know what? Busy people always get things done. That's what they say. So, you know what? I know you've never tried Mary Kay, and you know what? I love the product, and you would just be the most fabulous model for my spring summer portfolio. And I would just love to get you in there and get your opinion of these fabulous products. What do you say? What have you got to lose?
Well, that sounds interesting. Let me just check real quick my calendar. What days do you have available for like to get together?
stop right there. Stop right there, because this is a good training moment. That's a very normal thing to say. So Zulema is not doing this, but a lot of people, can your mom hear me?
Yes.
A lot of people will use that as the way to get out of something, even if it's subconsciously. What do you have available? Amy or anybody, y'all's responses should always be, I hold appointments 3 different times during the week. Which is better for you, during the week or the weekend? So what you've done is you've made yourself exclusive. I only hold appointments 3 times a week, but you haven't told them when. Because Amy, if your response is, well, I'm open Monday and Wednesday and Saturday morning, subconsciously, Zulema has avoided this appointment for a while. She might have a reason why not. So that was so good, Zulema. So what'd you say? What does your schedule look like? Okay. So Amy, I want you to think about it a second. What would be the best response?
So what's the best time? Well, hang on. So I just asked you that.
Think
So,
about it.
you know, I have appointments 3 times a week. We'll just go with that one. I'm just going to flow with Joe. So which is better for you? Morning, weekend, or weekday?
Usually mornings when the kids are at school and my husband is working, or if, you know, the summer is coming up and they're going to be here with me, but I can always kick them out of the kitchen, or
Okay.
if you prefer, we can meet somewhere else. Can we do that? Or can I come over to you?
Absolutely. Why don't you just come on over to my house and we'll get
Okay.
together?
So
much
what you've done is people support what they help create. You just took all your power and you handed it to Zulema, but you did it with restriction. Am I making sense to you guys? If I say, well, Alice, I hold appointments 3 times a week. So which is better for you, morning, evening, or weekend?
Mhm.
Now I just put it, it's tennis or bocce ball, right? That's what Zulema plays. So she sent it to me, I sent it back to her. So what that does is it makes you exclusive. It gives you exclusivity. If you say, oh, anytime is fine, they think nobody wants your services. Imagine calling your dentist and saying, I need to make an appointment for a cleaning. Anytime you want to come in, it's fine with me because we don't have anybody here. I don't want to go to the dentist. No. I want to go to the restaurant with the line outside of it, but I made a reservation. Does that make sense to you guys?
Right.
So think in your head, start memorizing how to say, I do appointments 3 times a week. Say that with me. I
do
hold appointments 3 times a week.
3 times a week.
Okay, then you'll say, which do you prefer? Morning,
Prefer.
afternoon, evening, or the weekend? Which do you
Which do you
prefer?
prefer? Morning,
Morning,
afternoon, or the
evening,
weekend?
or weekend? And then you do this with your lips.
That's the hard part, to shut up.
That's right. Because when we don't think we're worthy, when we don't have total belief in what we're doing and our product, and if we feel like we might be kind of manipulating them a little bit, then we talk them out of it. You guys, I did this my first 10 years in Mary Kay. I literally talked people out of appointments. I would close appointments where they were ready to buy the whole bag and say, well, you know, why don't we just start with the basic right now? And let's see how you like that. Because I didn't want to ever feel like I was that person, right? We got to cut that out because we're the best of the best of the best. I sat in a hospital room for 3 days and people oohed and awed over me and I had no makeup on. So let's get over that, okay? So which is better for you, morning, afternoon, evening, or is the weekend better? Say that with me. Which is better for you?
Which is better for you?
Morning,
Better for you.
Morning,
Morning,
afternoon, evening,
or
or is the weekend better? And then what's the next thing that, okay, Amy, say that to Zulema.
Which is better for you? Morning, afternoon, evening, or is the weekend better for you?
Well, right now, I would say still mornings because my husband is not here. So yeah, I don't want to mess with that time.
Okay, so Amy,
Great.
you work, you can't do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday morning.
I can do it Friday morning.
You can do it Friday morning because I know your schedule. So you don't say, how does Friday look for you? You say, okay, so Friday, this Friday, what is it? 13th plus 7, 20th, 27th. Friday, the 27th at 9 a.m. Which do you prefer? Your place or mine? So say that.
So this Friday, the 27th of May, which works better for you? My place or your place at 9 a.m.?
Well, I like to go to the gym from 9 to 10. Can we do 11?
That would be great.
Okay.
I'll see you then.
Okay.
And I'll have a little gift waiting for you when you arrive.
Perfect. I love that. Okay, so again, I'm going to teach y'all how to be a little bit more exclusive. She says, how does 11 work? Okay. Without putting her down or making her feel less than, I want her to know my schedule is important. So I would say, that's great, Zulema. I'll move a couple of things around and reserve 11 o'clock just for you. I will move a couple of things around because she's got to know that you're exclusive. I just rescheduled an appointment with my surgeon who wanted to meet with me this Friday. And I said, no, I'm completely booked up this Friday. And she said, well, what about the next Friday? And I go, well, I've got open between 1 and 3. She said, we'll take 2:30. I'm talking to a surgeon's assistant. Okay. My time is valuable. Your time is valuable. So if she says 11 o'clock, then say, well, let me move a couple of things around and I'll reserve that time just for you. Now, what's the next thing you'll say after that, Amy? What's the best? How do you upsell an appointment?
I was just going to say I was going to offer her a free gift for coming.
I
So
like
will have
that.
Something special reserved just for her when she comes.
And what
And then
else?
you can say, Zulema, you know, it's just as easy for me to do one face as it is for 3. Do you have three or 2 or 3 friends that you could bring along and we could pamper them and get them ready for their day? Is there any reason why we couldn't do that?
Okay, another thing you can say, you guys, is you can say this. Zulema, I've got 11 o'clock. Okay, I've written it in. I've written it in ink. It's all about you. I'm going to have a special gift just for you. Oh, by the way, you know, I have a huge goal I'm working on. People support what they help what?
Create.
Create. I have a huge goal I'm working on by the end of May. And with Memorial Day, it's right around the corner. Are there just a couple of friends? I don't have to explain to her what my goal is. I have a big goal I'm trying to meet by the end of May. Do you have a couple of girlfriends you might want to bring along with you? Zulema, is that offensive to you?
No, but I don't want to share my appointment with anybody because I'm not going to have any makeup and I don't want to see
fine.
that. I don't want them to see me without makeup.
That's fine. That's fine. And you know what? That is a great, I actually said that to my own mother. My first appointment, and I'm sorry, I'm sitting on leather and I'm sweating. My first appointment ever with Mary Kay, my mother drove all the way from Stone Mountain, Georgia to Fort Stewart, Georgia. It was 4.5 hours. And I had friends over and she's like, okay, we're going to take off all our makeup. And I go, no, I'm not. Because I had a cute adult acne. I had like a pizza face. You guys, if y'all could have seen me, you'd have been like that poor girl. I got so many compliments on the color of my eyes. That's all I ever got compliments on. So, you know, in looking at that, one of the things I want you guys to think about is that when you're scheduling these appointments and someone says, I just want it to be me, that's where you can say, and this is really being bold, okay? So Zulema, if you have a couple of girlfriends that you want to bring along, we're just gonna do it from the cheeks down. It's just a skincare appointment. And then you and I can schedule a special appointment just for you and a makeover. Now that's very, very high level conversation. So if you don't remember that right away, don't beat yourself up. Say, okay, fine, I completely get it. But I would think about it later, because when you're in the moment, you can't think of all this stuff, right, Amy? And you're good.
Right.
You've been doing this 100 years like me. So you might want to call her later and say, hey, I had an idea. If you want to invite a couple of friends to share your appointment with you, we're just going to do the skincare from the cheeks down. But if you want to come a few minutes early, I'll do a whole makeover on you, and then you can be my assistant. The way I built a car team, y'all, was in Hinesville, Georgia, little tiny town where I actually helped with the ribbon cutting ceremony of the local super Walmart. Literally, I was the biggest ticket in town. And I just took that upon myself. Like, everybody wants to try Mary Kay because what do they want? They want to go to Walmart and get their skincare? I don't think so. They want to go to Target and get their skincare? No. Everybody wants my stuff because I was too dumb to doubt. And so I was always saying, Amy, I'm so excited we're getting together. How many people do you want to drag along with you? Because I have room at my kitchen table for 6. And you'll get 10% off your purchases for the next 30 days for every guest you have, up to 5 guests. That was always my hostess plan, always. Because do you lose anything if they get 50% off? No. Yes, Zulema.
I always get confused with the hostess, you know, what we offer for hostess, because I always hear you guys say 10% up to 5. And when I try to pass that out, people always are in the impression that they want the 50% of everything they get. And they just, to me, they just play dumb because they just want to get away with as much as they can.
Okay.
And I rather have a script or a card or a flyer explaining exactly what are they getting
So,
as the hostess.
okay.
Because at the end, as consultants, we end up giving away so much and
So
we don't
Zulema?
sell as much.
Okay, so Zulema, then take it back down to 4. So I would say, okay, Zulema, I would love to have you invite some friends to join us. For every friend you have, join you at your appointment. Up to 4 friends, you get 10% off your purchase per friend. Now, I want to tell you something, honey. With a brand new consultant, I would not offer this because they could walk out with 0 sales. You guys are seasoned, and you know if you have the hostess plus 4 people, you're going to sell product. But a brand new consultant, I always tell them, and this is the other hostess plan, is you get 10% of the party sales before your order. So simple. If If the other guest ordered $300, what's 10% of $300?
30.
$30. So she gets $30 off her order. Don't add her order into the party sales. If her guest order 150, Alice, how much does she get free?
15.
15. So take that number and cut it in half. Your cost on that is $7.50. Yeah. If your party, and I've had parties do $1,000, my hostess gets $50 hostess credit, or excuse me, $100 hostess credit, which is $50. And then what I tell her is, do you want to get this discount for the rest of your life? But that's the simplest hostess program that I offer to new consultants, is 10% of the party sales before your order. So she's encouraging her friends to place orders, and that might be what you want to do. And you can even say, for example, if your friends order $250, you get $25 in Mary Kay free. If your friends order $500, you get $50 in Mary Kay free. Guess what she's going to do, Zulema? She's going to invite friends who are going to spend money. Like, I think of Keitha. Keitha's got so many corporate friends out there that she has not introduced you to. And you're amazing. And I want to tell you something else too, guys, especially speaking to Zulema and Alice, because y'all, Alice is in a new city, so she's looked at as new, and Zulema's new, is that I actually had my first $1,000 party after I had been in Mary Kay for almost 2 years. And it was with the mayor's wife, the DA's wife, and several other women that they were in my aerobics class that they came to 3 nights a week, because just being a school teacher, I couldn't afford to live. And they had my first $1,000 party. I had already been in Mary Kay for 2 years, and I had asked them over and over and over again to have a party for me, and they never did. And finally, one of them said, okay, now we think you know what you're doing, we'll do it. And it was $1,000 party. And y'all, that was 18 years ago. No, that was 28 years ago. And now $1,000 party, that's 10 people getting Volume Firm, not even. Okay. So in talking to people, practice these scripts, like practice it in your head, practice it with your kids, practice it with your animals, but always make yourself exclusive. I hold appointments 3 times a week. Which is better for you, morning, afternoon, evening, or is the weekend better? Do you hear how that rolls off my tongue? Because I have done it over and over and over again. I just did it this morning. I talked to a woman. She said, I heard you're with Mary Kay. I think that's a great product. I'm like, great, let's get together. Which is better for you? Morning, afternoon, evening, or is the weekend better? And she goes, weekend. I go, this weekend sounds great. Let's do it. Okay. You've got to have confidence in your product and in yourself. And the way you have confidence in yourself, and Zulema, I'm talking to you here, girlfriend, and Alice, I'm kind of talking to you too, because Zulema, you feel like the language barrier and your accent holds you back, and it doesn't. It actually is phenomenal. And Alice, you feel like your skin tone holds you back, and it actually is phenomenal.
I think Zulema does awesome. I think it's just a matter of believing in yourself and having confidence and smiling.
Yeah.
None of us in this breakout room have an issue with any of that. It's only between our heads. And I will guarantee you that. Like, if I don't talk to somebody, it's because I devalued myself.
Yeah.
And we can't do that anymore. Like, we all have bills to pay. We can't do that.
And just between us as girlfriends, I want to tell you, Alice and I have had long conversations about the racial bias and all that. But Alice, I want to tell you something. My eyes were so opened when we went on a road trip with the Saucedos, and Ralph started telling us stories about how he had been prejudiced against in corporate America for being Mexican. And I look at Zulema and Ralph as amazing, smart people who love Jesus, and they love their kids, and they love me. And that's the most important part. And I'm thinking, why would anybody judge you? But you know what? I want to tell you something real quick, Ralph, and then we gotta close out, because Andrea's probably like, where are you guys? Ralph told me, and Alice, you're going to relate to this. He told me he was going to go to like Walmart or something with Christopher, his son. And he said, change your shirt and put on some nice jeans. And I remember my husband, Andy, said, why did you tell him to change clothes? And he goes, because we're going to be judged. We're going to be judged. And being really so involved with their family has, I mean, I've always seen prejudice against Black, but seeing it like manifest itself in a family that I am so connected to and I would take a bullet for, it broke my heart. I thought, so people won't look at Ralph Sauceda and realize this is a top executive. This guy is smarter than anybody in the room. This guy is bilingual. He has an amazing family. He's an awesome father. He's an awesome husband. And you're going to judge him because of his accent or his skin tone? And it hit me that, you know, growing up in the South, I've always fought against the racism with Blacks, but I would never think, what, Hispanic or even someone who is Asian looking, or are you kidding me? It literally, I'm sitting in the back of their car and I have tears rolling down my eyes as he's telling me this. And I realized that people are dumbasses and they need Jesus. That's all there is to it. So it happens everywhere. And that's why it is so important. It's more important than anything else that you guys succeed.
One
Because
thing that I would like to add to what everything that you have said is that we are at this point in life understand that sometimes people do it not because they want to do it, they were raised that way. They don't know better. So we try always to see through that situation or where they're coming from, because sometimes they're not mean people. They were just raised that way.
But that's so sad. That's so sad.
So, we always give the benefit of the doubt to anybody until we know, okay, they're dumbasses, how you just said that. But no, we also understand too, because ourselves too, being Mexicans, we are racist too against other races and in certain ways, because we have our own ways and in situations or in life, we get in those, you know, we do that without thinking or without trying to hurt anybody. Yeah. So just being open.
You know, but Zulema, don't you agree that we're all suspicious of what we're not used to?
It's a little different though for African Americans, because this country we came here as the inferior or half a human. It never left. Yeah. So other people of color was added, but it's not as prevalent as it is for African Americans. Yeah. For the most part. For the most part. And it's just baked into this country that Black people are just inferior.
Inferior.
See, I see a lot of people that are actually very, very smart African Americans, and they have really nice degrees. They have nice homes. They have way better than I do. And you know what? I think that as long as you don't put a limit on your faith and what you can do, Alice, and don't put a limit on what my faith is or what I can do, I think that everybody can see themselves as being equal.
Yeah.
But I think if you go out and you feel inferior, you still have to work here to make sure, and not just you, like I'm talking everybody, and us included. Like I think we have to work together to make a
To not
better
make-
place
And
to
not make that initial,
division.
not that, make that initial judgment. So real quick before we
Right.
leave the room, because I have to do recognition. Zulema, is it okay if I share just with our girlfriends right here what happened when you went through someone's gate and what the guy said? I will never forget that.
I don't remember.
You were going to a friend's house and y'all were going to work out. And he said, your cleaning person is here.
That's okay.
And she laughs it off. And I'm like, I would have ripped his throat through the glass.
Oh my
But
goodness.
she's so gracious. But I'm telling you, it happens to everyone. And we as women, I was going to show a video tonight, but I'm not going to. But we as women, we've always been treated that way. And then add on to it a language barrier, add on to it a color barrier, add on to it a social stigma barrier. I mean, my dad was a school teacher. My mother was a legal secretary. I was lower class growing up America. I didn't care. My parents loved me. They loved Jesus. We were good. I was a child of the King. That's all I cared about.
We can all do it, girls.
We can all do it. That's right. Because there's a place for everybody. Okay, we gotta pop over. I gotta do recognition and get y'all off. Here we go. Leave breakout room. Well, we're all here again. Andrea must be on a roll. Well, that's good. Okay. I am going to go ahead and tell you guys. So last week, Zulema did an amazing tutorial on contouring, but I realized what was missing, and it's not Zulema's fault and it's not Amy's fault, but I'm like, how do you contouring on dark skin? And Alice, I'm sorry, but you're not dark skin. I'm probably darker than you, but I'm talking like dark skin.
Ebony.
Oh, wait,
Ebony.
that's my
Right.
grandbaby. There you go. I just wanted to show you guys that. But really like dark skin. How do you do contouring? So let me find out if because she may have boxered me. Okay. Hey, you guys need to join us so we can do Reco. Otherwise, we're going to be on all night. But I started looking at tutorials that really dark people have done with Mary Kay products, because I think it's important that you learn how to do it with Mary Kay products. So I'm going to show that at the end. If you guys have to sign off because you're dealing with family or dinner or whatever, I completely understand. But I just wanted to show you guys that. And also, just want to talk to you guys real quick, because I know Vicky's going to watch this recording and so is Monica. I really need to know who is committed to seminar no later than the end of May, because right now, Andrea and I are looking at something that might change things up a little bit. So if you are, and I know, Amy, you're going to walk on stage, quota sales and all that. So I definitely want to be there for that. But we're also looking at an alternative, not a fall retreat, but something else where it might might work for everybody to kind of come together in a different way. So I just need to know, like, Vicki, I know you're watching this, Monica, you're watching this. So I really need you guys to register if you're in. Otherwise, Amy, you're rooming with me.
We're gonna have fun.
Break, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to break up their room. I'm just going to figure out, because she is just yakking away. And let me see. Assign someone. No. Let me see, because we've got 3 minutes. I got to get off. She is ignoring me like a bad child. Let me see how I can get her. I can break up the rooms. That's what I'll do. I'll break up the rooms. Close all rooms. Bam. They have no choice. They have 90 seconds to get out. Ha! 60. Yay. I love having control. We're going to go right into our
Reco.
here and go into Reco because it's so good. And so many of y'all are going to get huge points. Why isn't it making you guys big? Andrea, why did you not get off? Y'all must have been on a roll.
Why? What happened?
I kept sending you messages saying, are you ready? Are you finished? Are you
Where?
done?
What? Where?
Oh, on Voxer. Okay, hang on.
Sorry, we were just waiting
Screen
for
sharing.
the time.
We're going to go right into Reco and then I'm going to do the video. Okay, so you guys can see this. Are you good now? Okay, there we go. Okay, as you know, it is May and we're not even going to do any of this. We're going to jump right into Reco. Oh, by the way, right now, I want you guys to take note that anybody you do a marketing share with, make sure your director follows up and they get entered in the $500 cash drawing. And we did hear from Mary Grunholz, who is a sister director who runs all of this. And she said almost nobody has entered so far. Like, it's like nobody's, where is everybody? Ding, ding, ding. Okay, so start having us talk to people for you, okay? Love, love, love that January through May is already done. And January through April is done for so many of you guys with the Powered by Pink. That is awesome. You can earn your red jacket right now. Oh my gosh, you guys, 3 active people, 3 people doing a 225 by the end of June, and you get your red jacket free. Oh my gosh, that just kills me. Okay, now let's go to senior consultants. There are senior consultants, and then our red jackets, our team leaders, and of course, our elite team leader, and then our directors. So let's do your pop points. Get ready. This is as of May 22nd. I'll talk super fast. So write it down. Give yourself in category A, give yourself 10 points for being on live. If you're watching this recording, make sure you go to Shite Family Superstars, post your takeaway, and give yourself 10 points. Okay, next is everybody who turned in their weekly accomplishment sheet. I'm not sure why you guys aren't doing this. It's an easy peasy way to do it, but give yourself 10 points for turning in your weekly accomplishment sheet. I love this face. Friend, your little smile is so cute. 10 points for every full circle face. So anybody that you exposed to the Mary Kay skincare line and you offered them a follow-up appointment and you told them a little bit about the marketing plan, that's full circle. So give yourself 10 points for every one of those faces. Let's see who our weekly queens are. And guess what? Vicki's our queen, but she's not here. She's on a plane. So Amy is our queen. She gets 20 points. And then Alice and Vicky both get 10 points. Yay. And
Thank you.
Alice, oh, girl, what'd you do? I mean, Amy's always working it. She is always working it. But I just want to know from someone who popped up out of the blue, what did you do, girl?
I just made some phone calls. I'm going to call my customers and just let them know I'm placing an order. You know what? I am about to place an order. Wanted to make sure that I have on stock what you need. Let me know. And it's, oh yeah, by the way, I need this, and that. And that's basically what I did. I just let them know I'm placing an order and I want to make sure I have their products on hand.
I love it. And I want to give kudos to Zulema because just today, her Facebook popped up on my feed and it said, hey girls, I'm placing an order. What do you need? So you guys, that works. That is so smart, okay, to do that. So I'm so proud of you for doing that. You guys are really working it. We're so proud of you. Okay, so you get 50 points for completing 3 full circle appointments, 3 sharing interviews, and $300 in sales in 1 week. And then G is anytime you have a new consultant come on board who is qualified, you get an extra 50 points. So we will be celebrating our queens a week from today. I'm so excited about that as well. But keep in mind that you will get 50 points for moving up on the career path. So right now, if you're a consultant or a senior consultant and you are not a red jacket, just for moving up, by May 31st, you get 50 points. If you go on target for your car, you get 50 points. If you complete the power of 10 anytime, you get 50 points. So work it. You guys are doing this and you're not turning in your points. You're killing me. You're like my students who used to say, I did my homework, but I left it at home. Okay, so 3rd quarter stars and 4th quarter stars. So on target for 4th quarter star, Fran, Amy, Jamie, Marcia, got Jamie on there twice, Vicky and Sayonara, and then of course our directors. Why be a star? So many benefits, you guys work it. So right now you have about 3 weeks to finish Star Consultant. I wanted to just tonight, we haven't done this in a while, but I wanted to give some reco. Amy Paw has already finished the Go Give Princess Court of Sales. Fran has already finished it. Sayonara has already finished it. Vicky is right around the corner. Jamie is right around the corner. Marcia, Chrissy, and Zulema right around the corner. And then I want you guys to know that your directors are working. Linda Mead, who's a director in Malta, New Jersey, she's already finished National Court of Sales. Look how close Andrea is. She is doing it. You guys, she and I have both done National Court of Sales umpteen times. She is pushing for it this year, and I'm so stinking proud of her. So I just want you to know that this is how far they have to go. So this is where your prayers need to be right now. Retail 4812 and 3651. So proud of these women. They'll go to a special reception at seminar and they'll be celebrated in that way. We're so proud of them. So where do you want to land on June 30th? You guys are right around the corner. Okay, who is snorting? Okay, it's right around the corner. Do you want to go to Seminari's Red Jacket? Do you want to be on target for your car? Do you want to be elite star team builder? You choose, because that is right between the ears, literally right between, that decision is right between your ears. And if you're like, I don't know if that's what I want to do, then it is only because fear is stopping you. And that is false evidence appearing real, It is not true. And I'm telling you guys right now, I'd be too dumb to doubt. So I'm going to finish tonight with an amazing video, and I'm actually going to stop our recording. So I will post the link to the video on our Shite Family Superstars so that you can watch it. But I just want to give you guys a tutorial tonight, and I want to just inspire you to work with everybody on contouring and makeovers, every skin tone. Last week, we learned about ivory and beige.